recent times, we have heard some of our clients call us out for allocations, for pending allocations.
When are you going to do the normal physical allocation?
Yeah, everything else seems to be a fraud. Nobody's talking to us. They're supposed to deliver this project at the end of this year.
This steady negative comment is not just coming from a few unhappy clients, rather it's coming from across the country. They paid for land, never received allocation, and were repeatedly ignored or stalled when they demand for a fund. These include property buyers, real estate observers, investigative journalists, and now from Nigerian government. A woman from Enugu said on social media that she paid for 2 plots of land in 2021, but has never received any, even up till now. She didn't get the land, nor did she get any money back. Also, a man in Lekki said that he paid over 12 million naira, and 3 years later, all he has is a receipt. Many of these victims have similar stories, and nothing has been done about it.
I am a victim of PWAN real estate Ponzi scheme, and I have all my documents here to prove it.
Investigative report by FIJ, Foundation for Investigative Journalism, detailed how the company allegedly used a simple model to carry out their fraudulent activities. They make land seem cheap, collect payments, delay allocation, and when customers complain, they offer value alternative or keep them waiting indefinitely. And what still? Use the police to threaten them. So the question in this video is, what is really happening at PWAN? Is this a case of poor management or something more deliberate? Why has no one been held accountable? How does the company, under this level of public scrutiny, continue to operate freely? And most especially, why are they getting away with it? In this video, we are aiming to answer those questions, and let's get straight into it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. On April 30, 2025, the Nigerian Security Exchange Commission (SEC) released a public notice that drew national attention. In this, the Commission stated clearly that PWAN Group, including its subsidiary PWAN Max, was not licensed to solicit investment or operate within Nigerian capital market. More importantly, the SEC flagged the company's business model as closely resembling a Ponzi scheme. The statement, published on SEC's official website and reported by multiple newspapers, accused PWAN of running unapproved investment schemes that promised unusual high returns, particularly through its so-called buyback program. Under this program, investors were told they would receive monthly returns simply by investing in undeveloped land. But the issue remains that there was no mention of property resale, rentals, or any sustainable business model to back those promises. The SEC clarified that such operations were illegal under Nigerian investment laws and show signs of fraud. According to the SEC, the decision to issue this warning followed a wave of compliance and preliminary investigations. Among the patterns of compliance identified were those of clients being denied access to their promised returns even after fulfilling their end of the contract, delayed or missing land allocation, sometimes years after full payment, clients being redirected to different estate sites when earlier ones turned out to be underdeveloped or inaccessible, and repeated refusal to issue refunds even in clear cases of breach of agreement. The SEC also pointed out the company's aggressive marketing tactics. Thousands of ordinary Nigerians with little or no investment knowledge were targeted with promise of wealth and security. But neither PWAN nor any of the affiliates were registered to run collective investment schemes, nor were they licensed to guarantee fixed returns on real estate deals. The Commission made it clear that such promises were misleading and unlawful. By late 2023, social media flooded with complaints. Many clients began posting their experiences. In many of the cases, land was never allocated, refunds were refused, and communication broke down entirely. Some clients said that the staff members who initially handled the transaction either left the company or became unreachable. These stories caused a wave of public outrage. As more victims spoke out, the pressure on regulators increased, which eventually led to the SEC's intervention in April 2025. Even so, PWAN continued its operation up till now. Rather than slowing down or clarifying its structure, the company went on to be defensive. In May 2025, PWAN management issued a public statement denying the allegation. They insisted that their operations were based on genuine real estate projects and their buyback and ROI programs were simply structured resale deals. However, they failed to present any valid investment license, registration details, or document providing they had approval to run such schemes. Instead, PWAN claimed that they had allocated over 15,000 plots and had resolved over 75% of clients' complaints. But they provided no breakdown, no names, no audit to support these numbers. And by June 2025, real estate experts began speaking out. Many questioned the financial logic behind PWAN's business model. How can a company guarantee monthly or annual return on bushlands, often without infrastructure, clear title, or resale value? Where was the money coming from, if not from new investors? At this stage, at this point, the issue became more than a business dispute. The public began to realize that PWAN's model was no longer just about selling land. It had evolved into something else, collecting money under promise of profits. By early 2025, the situation around PWAN Group had reached a boiling point. While journalists and regulators were carrying out a formal investigation, it was a Nigerian influencer named Scott Iguma who brought the issue into the public eye in a way that couldn't be ignored.
A real estate company that sells receipts to people.
He presented documents from several people who said they had paid for land through PWAN but had never received a physical plot, a deed of assignment, or even a survey. According to him, many of these estates existed only on papers, with no development or official presence on ground. He described PWAN's operation as a system designed to collect payments while offering little or no delivery. His video quickly spread online, receiving tens of thousands of views in the first 2 days. In response, dozens of Nigerians began sharing their own experiences using the hashtag PWAN Exposed, making the reaction overwhelming. People posted photos of underdeveloped bushlands, swamps, and empty plots where they were allegedly allocated land, in some cases going as far back as 2020. PWAN various subsidiaries, including PWAN Max, PWAN Legend, and PWAN Plus, began trending across social media platforms. PWAN responded within 48 hours. Their legal team released a statement denying the allegation, saying that the company had allocated thousands of plots and has resolved over 75% of customers' complaints. They described Iguma's video as baseless, defamatory, and harmful to their reputation. The statement also made it clear that they had taken legal steps against him and they would follow through. Months later, Scott Iguma was arrested. According to witness, he was picked up from his Lagos home by officers who claimed they were acting on a petition from PWAN. He was taken into custody without a formal invitation or prior questioning and was reportedly denied quick access to legal support. News of arrest caused another wave of public reaction. Popular Nigerian commentator and online activist VDM, Very Dark Man, addressed the situation in a video the next day. He strongly condemned the arrest and demanded Iguma's release. He called it a direct attempt to silence someone who was simply speaking out about the findings. VDM also accused PWAN of trying to intimidate critics and instead of addressing the ongoing complaints and the sex warning. Many people began to ask serious questions. If PWAN has nothing to hide, why arrest someone instead of publicly refuting his claims? Even after the arrest, PWAN didn't publish any evidence to disapprove the client's stories shared online. They stuck to their early defense that the majority of the cases have been resolved and continue to promote their so-called real estate opportunities on social media, despite sex warning still being active. A company that has collected millions from Nigerians was being accused of trying to suppress the people who were speaking out. And this wasn't just happening behind the closed doors, it was happening in the open, showing that they are not afraid of anybody. The main question is no longer whether something is wrong with PWAN's model. The question has already been answered by regulators, media reports, and growing numbers of victims. To tie the leaking pipe, as of today, despite sex warning and media exposure, PWAN is still running. The company continues to recruit new marketers, take payments from new investors, or should we say potential victims, and issue contracts that are not backed by any legal investment framework. With this consistent fraud-like sales of land, do you think the government could be a top gainer from this PWAN's fraudulent activity? Would they ever make refunds to the people who have received evidence? What will be the fate of these receipt owners who haven't seen their land for months or even years of payment? What's your take about this? If you love the truth and want to be part of the truth, do like and subscribe. And until next time, bye for now.